919 FM.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Iwer Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Grand uprising, my people. Grand uprising. Good morning to everyone. Blessed morning. God's morning to everybody. Love in the house. Glad to be alive. Glad to be able to be on a platform such as this and spread some information that may or may not be of value to most people. But hear what I'm saying to you. The information that I'm disseminating on this platform or any other platform publicly should benefit most people. And I say that open-mindedly and respectfully. And let me just put up my disclaimer as well. When I say certain things at times, it may come across sometimes as me being a little bit harsh, because I don't even want anybody to tell me this. I know who I am. I could come across as a little bit arrogant sometimes. I could come off a little bit, boisterous. But it's all in good faith, and it's not meant to be critical in a derogatory manner. Even if it criticizes you, it's because it's come across in a constructive and it encapsulates in love and respect. So that's my disclaimer. Understand that. And then the other part of my disclaimer would be, let me apologize now for anybody who I'm going to offend, right? Or who are going to take offense against what I'm going to say. I'll take my apology up front and tell you I'm sorry for that, because I will offend. I am a free thinker. I think on my own. And if you're a free thinker, you have to risk being offended and being offensive. And that's the hope. You got to risk that, because that's what it takes. If people don't criticize you, and if you don't mash people toe, if you don't put people on the back foot, if you don't have people recoiling, you ain't doing nothing. You're wasting time. It means you are just one of those people who are nice, just nice, and looking for likes and not solving any problem. I ain't into that. That's not where I come from. That's not what the fabric of my genome is. And anybody who know my dad will know this. Very straightforward kind of man. Anybody know who my grandpa? That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So I surround myself with people who can hold me accountable for anything that I will do as well, because those are the people I love and respect. So having said that, you all understand it's real good. And those of you who know who Mr. Johnson is, you know that that's the deal. That is just me. I shoot from the hip. That's me. And I don't mind you doing the same for me. At all. And that's the deal. Thank you, my brother. And that's the deal. So, good morning again to everybody. Grand uprising to y'all. I hope everybody is doing wonderful and continue to shade under the golden branches of the Creator's love and care. I was in Tobago. I was with a lot of work this weekend, a lot of appointments, and thank God for that. It was a beautiful thing. I went to Dallas Fort. I think I need to give my Dallas Fort people some more time. So my promise to those guys, where I talked to a few brothers up there, I will take a Sunday, go to Dallas, insert myself on the block. That is my village. I'm going to do that safely, knowing that brothers there still will protect me, because they know the reason I'm there. And of course, why would I be fearful going into my village? That can't happen. Never will happen. Proud of my village. So I'll be there doing what I need to do. And a Sunday, one of these Sunday, and I think I'll do it probably Easter weekend around that time, or maybe the weekend before that, and just insert myself and familiarize myself with the younger brothers that are there. You know what I mean? Because everyone that's there, I will know their link. The dad, the mom, you know what I mean? Something. So I'm willing to do that. Man, so love in the house to everybody. Dallas 40 was a beautiful thing coming up there. I truly enjoyed it. Had a good time. And that little time I spent talking to my brothers on the street, it was also a wonderful thing. So I'm going to do that again. All right? So Dallas, big up to yourself. David Sampson, good morning to you. Cut. My cousin, I didn't see you. Michael Best, love in the house to you. And also extension to the Best family in Trinidad here. Trevor Lennox, Travron, wifey of Trevor Best. Everybody, love in the house to you guys. That's my family. Close. This is first cousin people I talking about here. So good morning to you all. and continue to shade under the golden branches of the Creator's love. And my cousin Clive, good morning to you all, man. My Clive and wifey. And here this deal, man. Look, if if you don't have support, you're wasting time. And there's a beautiful, I learned this lesson from a very close friend of mine. And well, it was Mr. Let me leave out that name because I don't want anything to attach politically to nothing. But the advice was, if you give great information or important information at the wrong time, it's information that's wasted. That resonated with me. So I'm going to leave that there for now. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say this emphatically clear. Look, I don't mind being criticized at all. Actually, my energy predicate upon that, because I'm literally fearless in that sense. Because deep on the inside, at the very core of my being, my intention is to do everything to help another human being. It's the reason, not only because I'm on this platform, but I think it's the reason I came into this world here. I go through pain, I self-sabotage, I do things that I wasn't proud of. But here's the scene. Hear what I'm telling you guys. Because the people who sitting in a corner and striving on perfection and pretending that they ain't do nothing wrong, the only reason they ain't get loaded up yet, or the only reason they believe they're moral, is because two things. Either they ain't get catch, or they're afraid. So if you sin in thoughts, word, and deeds, you done. So don't play, because perfectionism is not something that that is going to be attainable on this planet. Never. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. For those of you who think that that's the case, now it'll work. So embrace who you are, and even the faultiness in you, the weakness in you, because true strength lies not only in silence, but embracing your weaknesses. So having said that, again to my Fort people, my Fordian snipes, what's going on? Corporal John, Curtis John, what's happening to you guys, man? How things? Body, Dougie, what go on, brethren? Hope everybody is wonderful, man. And all the brothers again who listen to me, that in Dallas, the youths, man, love to you guys, man. And we will be together sooner than later. All right? So love in the house. Black man, good morning to you, my brother. How things, man? Say my superstar partner, man. Black man. This is not Answer Black man. This is another brother. Blessings to you, my brother. Love in the house, man. We know what we meet, what us happening. Love in the house, my brother. Love in the house. Mr. Adams, Officer Adams, blessed morning to you, sir. How's everything going, man? Officer Adams, love in the house to you. Officer Adams just call me country man. Big old man. Big thing you do down here, you know. Big thing. Go on with your bad self, Adams. Cuzzo! No, good morning, my darling. Good morning, Cuzzo. How are you doing? Morning to you, Cuzzy. Everything cool? Nice. My cousin love it. She's sexy, you know. Dark African queen, you know. Life nice, man. We have to embrace who we are. Let me go on quick before I spend the whole morning complimenting and doing all this stuff here. And I got some stuff I want to talk about this morning. You guys keep tuning in because I want to talk about the importance of essential nutrients. This is going to be kind of like a repetitive thing because we ain't get it. We ain't get it. I know we ain't get it. People visiting me in my office every day is a reminder that we still ain't get it. All right? Kellan, Mom, good morning to you. Good morning. Mr. and Mrs. Santa Cruz, good morning. Ryan, good morning to you all. Panella, good morning, Panella, blessed morning to you. I know you probably somewhere there listening and your audience. Good morning to Panella. Love in the house. Tunnel, how are you doing, Tunnel? Grand uprising. Tunnel. Miss Nicole John Gordon, good morning to you. Blessed love. Hey, Redman, up in Mendez, up by me here, Mendez Drive. Redman, Redo. Good morning to you, Redo, man. Love in the house, man. Redo offering great things for his community. Good morning, Redo. Loving to you, man. Blessed love. Miss Cynthia Aaron in Atlanta. Grand uprising to you and all the people who locked on. Blessed morning. Stacy and Huzzy, good morning, from New York, who came to see me a few Sundays back. Blessed morning. I am honored by that. My brother Compe in the States, man, in Canada. Good morning. Compe probably somewhere else right now. Compe just doing his thing. Blessed morning to you. So, love in the house again to everyone, and those of you who, you know what I mean, who haven't seen your name is still a love thing. Scrappy, my cousin, good morning. You know what's going on with that, Scrappy? Listen, big things with our soursop and passion fruit. And let me tell you something. This ain't no passion fruit powder. This is passion fruit. It ain't no soursop powder either. Real soursop. When you taste that mixture, when you taste that mixture, and don't think you could just copy that, because Scrappy have a kind of little bit of recipe inside there. Nobody else cannot. All you ain't getting that part there. But when you drink that juice, not only that it's good for your microbiome, your endoplasma, right? And your mitochondria and the nucleus of the cell, not only because it's good for that to help with dealing with cancer and stuff, not only that alone it's good for, but palo. I will leave it right here because we're going to put it on the market just now. My sibling, good morning. Lynette, good morning to you, darling. Kerry Packer, Wagwan, brethren. Joe Blunt in the house. Oh, let me just send out a love. Hey, Carlos, what's going on, man? Carlos, how are things, man? Hope all is well, man. I know you're always tuning in. Just came to my mind. Allison, good morning to you, darling. Blessed loving to you. Blessed love. My mom, good morning. Good morning. And my brother Bowich, dancer boy. Keith Johnson, love in the house, my brother. I know you didn't know I was in Bago because you called it, but, you know, we're going to make up for that. But I was real busy. I couldn't visit my brother, so, you know, keep loving your brother, you know. Your brother will keep loving you. All right? Wax dog, man. Kenneth Johnson, what's going on, my brother? We hook up. It's always a love thing. My brother. Cheyenne, what's up? Josiah. Vanny, what's going on? My brother, Andy Daniel, blessed love to you, man. And the list goes on and on and on. So blessed love to everyone. Again, Miss Cynthia in Aaron in Atlanta. Love in the house again to you. I sent you blessed love already. So tune in, listen. And again this morning, I will tell you guys this: if you want to interrupt me again and you have a question as it pertains to my program, 342-0081, 342-0081, and 466-5391, 466-5391. Let me just punctuate again. No call me with no political question, please. Not do that. Me not feel that. Here? All right. And when you get them kind of language, when you get them kind of accent here from me, no understand this, I'm a Tobagonian, you know. And I'm proud to be a Tobagonian. And I'm a proud citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, but I'm a very proud Tobagonian. So when we get this, understand this. These are broken, these are our language that we made up, you know, while in slavery, because it's 32 times they change hands in Tobago. This is how beautiful Tobago is. They wanted Bago so bad they fight for it 32 times. So just understand, Bago is a very blessed place. And we need to preserve that by our behavior, our attitude. And them certain nastiness we going on there with and the killing and thing, we have to reverse that. And I'm pointing fingers at nobody, you know, because I'm telling you, those people who go in, those brothers who are on that, they want help. They're crying in many ways, they're crying out. We want to criticize them, but they're crying out. Where they come from? Where that learned attitude come from? When the fish start to ratting from the head, the whole fish now good. I'm going to leave that right there for now. So, a blessed love again to everyone. Ed. My boy Ashton, what's going on, brother? I need to get some info from you. So, when I get off air, please, that is Mr. Ashton Lutchman. Please give me a call, all right? Prolific businessman. He's unstoppable. Give me a call there, brother. Ray, good morning to you, my brother. Good morning to you. Premier Motor Services, love in the house to you. And let me just say this, Bruffles, I have on a t-shirt right now. And I get this from, you know, I shouldn't be, anyway. This is no joke. I got compliments all the time on the jeans that I wear because my jeans are very choosy and they're not out there like that. Bruffles. Bruffles and Bruffles. They're located at number 6 Eastern Main Road in Champlain. So there would be just west of that turnoff, when you pass Carib, west of that turnoff on the right hand side. Just go there. Good things are going there. Bruffles, love up to you. So what you have on here, this stuff here, and I ain't pay for that. It's real expensive. Right. I ain't saying no more. God, if you are a good thing. Love in the house. Let me just say this again. I want to punctuate this morning again the importance of essential nutrients because I think we haven't gotten that aspect of our health locked down as yet. And even if I sound repetitive, I rather sound repetitive and somebody get the message. Because I know for sure it still hasn't resonated within the mind of our people because of the protracted narrative that we need drugs all the time to get well. If your head ain't functioning good, if you have a kid that's showing tantrum, they want to put the kid on medication. And understand that this narrative, this protracted narrative, is to keep us in a particular manner. It is not something that fall into place by guess. This is by design. And understand this, it's by design. People got to do what they need to do, which means if you are not woke, if you are not paying attention, you will find yourself in trouble. Let me preface what I just said there. If all of us, as a collective mind, human beings that the master created, and understanding that the human body is easier to heal and rebuild itself than anyone would have led you to believe, if we understand that, here what would happen. Banks going and crash, the health industry going and crash, the so-called health industry, insurance company going and crash, the people at the top where political stuff are concerned going and crash because they like to use fear factor, and that will be a cross-reference for you guys if your memory isn't that short and selective with what happened to us in the past 4.5 years. If you don't understand these things, you will continue to be led by a slaughter like sheep constantly. Tell me why we cannot think for ourselves. Tell me why we have to eat food out of boxes when we can just go to the dude on the street and get some provision. And I'm not saying that this is that everything in a box is sincerely bad for us. Hear what I'm telling you. 9.5 out of 10 in boxes, not good for us. That 0.5 is up to you. And how you learn that is by listening to your brother right now. Because this is where I bring the fight. I bring the fight to let you guys know the reason we are so septic. And I'm going to say this because a lady who called in very recently, I deduced from that she's a nurse, right? I will tell you the reason we are so septic is because of the type of foods we eat. And let me go down a little road. And then I'm going to go back. Then we go to the so-called health centers, and I'll tell you that they shouldn't be called health centers. I stand on that. It should be called sickness management centers. All you go there, stressing out nurses who have to run up and down. Sometimes some of them working 2 shifts, stressing them out because you are not responsible for your health. And some people will take this as me being critical. Add to my criticism, constructive criticism, and a brother who care about not only you but his society by extension. We go there and then we are listening to politicians, and I say this again with unapologetically, we are listening to politicians who have no clue about health telling you what your health should be like, telling you what choices you should make for your health. And I'm telling you, on the other side, on the flip side of this coin, go and do your research and understand this. Either that or keep following people like me, because my intentions are good. It's the reason why I do not charge a consultation fee. Everybody who call me, sometimes when I'm swamped with phone calls, everybody that calls me, what is your fee? That is the first thing, because they're accustomed to that. They're accustomed to that. You walk up, you go to a doctor's office, you spend 5 minutes, most 10 minutes. They stretch their hand, $500. You got to leave. See what I'm saying? You come to me, you sit down, you chat with me for an hour and 15 minutes. Sometimes it goes a little bit beyond that. No cost. You can get up and go home, think about what you need to think about, that's up to you, because I'm not here to convince, I'm here to convey. That's up to you, and you go your way. But hear what I'm saying here. The protracted narrative is to keep us in a certain way. But we ourselves has to be culpable and responsible for the things that we put into our body temple. Now we get septic. You go and you want to stress out them nurses there because nobody's attending to you, and you cuss and carry on about how long you were there since 7 o'clock in the morning. Look, I am not saying there isn't flaw in the system. I am quick to tell you there are a lot of flaws in the system. There are a lot of cracks in the system that just need to be refilled, that nobody cares nothing about. I am one of those people where the masses would look at a particular problem and see nothing wrong with it, and I would see the world a problem with it. So this is why I can punctuate certain things. So I'm not saying the system isn't flawed. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we need to be responsible, because that ain't nothing to do with you being responsible. So don't go there and say, well, they're coming in the system, and when you could have avoided eating these foods in box that cause your insulin level to spike. So this is what I'm going to be talking about this morning, and essential nutrients, because we ain't get it yet. Because here what happened. If people understand what the glycocholics is, just certain little thing, maybe it would set off an alarm clock, or the switch that needed to be flipped will be flipped, and you'll now start to see what was in the darkness. You know what is the glycocholics? The glycocholics is a thin membranes that protect all the cells, the trillion cells in our body. When that get damaged, we are exposed to a plethora of pathogens, viruses. Here's why. Here's how it's going to get damaged. It get damaged by the inept foods that we eat. It get damaged by the inept foods that we eat. Hey, my mind don't run on Frame Boy. Frame Keto Neil, good morning to you, my brother. It get damaged by those things. Now we are exposed to glycation and oxidization. If you look at an iron, a piece of steel in the crack of a wall, it's always rust. That is oxidization. It's always rusty. If you look at an old cup on the side of the road, it's rusty. Do you know we do the same thing to our body when we eat certain type of foods? Oxidization and glycation. And then here what happened. Microscopic cracks takes place in our arteries where it start bleeding. The intelligence of the human body, the innate intelligence of our biochemistry releases what? Cholesterol, which goes to the area and fix the blood from bleeding to death. It fixes those cracks. And then you have other people who tell you your cholesterol too high, so you need to go on cholesterol medication, and you need to do this and you need to do that. But just now, I'm going to touch with that in a little bit, right? You need to do this and you need to do that, and all kind of madness. And we dying faster than anything else. You have more medication on the market than ever in life. You have more fancy name for medical terms ever in life. You have more fancy equipment more than ever in life, yet more people are dying. What go on here? And all you want to say sometimes, Mr. Johnson, mad. I will stay mad. We eat them things. We go to the health center, the management center, and then we stress people out. We stress out the poor nurses and them, running around like they don't even know their own name. Especially those who work in double shift and stuff. And listen, I'm defending them. You know why I'm defending them? Because there's quite a few that come to me. And also doctors. Let me just say that. I would never call a doctor's name. I would never call. But I will tell you this right now, and as I swear on my children's head, I have people. There's a lady that from, let me say the area she's from. Her son is a doctor. Her daughter is a doctor. They bring her by me because she suffered 4 years with anxiety. I know she's listening to me now. She ain't gonna call in because she kinda shy. And before she put anything into her biochemistry, one of her children will say to her, did you talk to Mr. Johnson yet? Mom, did you talk to Mr. Johnson about this? Because they see the help that would have gotten. Well, that is not the only, this is why I could tell you. Or you're going there and stress out them nurses and them. Stop it. Good. Our responsibility and culpability comes from where we put into our stomach. So let me go back to what I was saying before. My brother Jason McPhee, good morning to you, my brother. Loving the house, my brother. My brother Jason McPhee. Loving the house to you, man. Let me go back and tell you this, because this is important. So we eat this food that create oxidization and glycation. The oxidization crack the wall. We start bleeding on the inside. Some of us, if it bleed too much, we're in trouble. Cholesterol go to the rescue. They do a test on you, dye contrast study, they do a EKG, whatever it is. They do all that, and they start blaming cholesterol. But wait, hold on. How cholesterol getting blamed? How? The lifesaver of the body. Let me go back and punctuate to you people. Again, I said it so many times on platform. Let me go back and tell you the importance of cholesterol in the human body. Number one, our brains. And before I go there, let me preface it by telling you this. Dementia is about 60 years old. That is a disease that was made by allopathic reductionistic medicine. You know, sometimes I just want them to come after me and play the suing me for saying certain things. Because, you see, you could only sue somebody when it's blasphemous and it's lying. It's a lie. It doesn't run counter to anything they're saying. I'm just sending them straight to where it's declassified. Straight to where it's, doubt that now. Straight to the Lancet, doubt that now. Straight to anyway. We go through these processes where we listen to these people that led us down the road and make us think that our biochemistry is for brainiacs only and only them could solve our problems. Let me just explain something to you. The brains, there's something in the brains called myelin, which make up 75% of our brain. Let me go right again. 75% of our brain. 100% of myelin is cholesterol. All you up, let that marinate. Our central nervous system, every single nerve in our central nervous system is made from cholesterol. Our sexual hormones, 8 to 10 sexual hormones, every one is functioned by cholesterol. The trillions of cells in the human body is made from cholesterol. Wait, hold on. Do I need to go on more? So check 60 years ago where dementia come into place, because before it didn't have no such thing as dementia. Check when statin drugs was made. All if you, Mr. Johnson, paying attention, I had the papers on them here, you know. Check when statin drugs was made. And there are people who predicate and live their life on cholesterol medication. So let them call in and say, it have a man that's beyond 91 talking about cholesterol, this and cholesterol. Or they come. Come, because all you have to do is counter that narrative. You don't have to come after Mr. Johnson, you know. Don't waste your time and do that. Counter the narrative. When you counter the narrative, then we can have a philosophical conversation. Even if the molecule cholesterol is high, all you have to do is stop eating certain type of food. But it is not inherently bad. Cholesterol do not cause osteosclerosis. It does not. What causes those things are your hematocrit, the viscosity of your blood. That is what causes it. And I'm telling you, all these things can solve through essential nutrients. All of it. Selenium, when the whole work, copper and the whole work, it's just a synergistic effect to work with that. It's just a synergistic effect. But all can be helped with essential nutrients, because that's where our body makes up of. Essential nutrients, all these little things and cells are inside of us are made from food. But we ain't get that yet. We ain't get that at all yet. If we get that, we wouldn't go and line up in the morning, eat 3 and 4 that thing, and then we go and we drink a Coke and we repeat the same thing and think your body will renew its cells. Your body's supposed to renew its cells every single 84 to 90 days. Your body will renew itself. When you're eating them stuff, where do renewal come from? That is why it's glycate. That is why it oxidizes. And that is why many of us going in there stressing out nurses in the morning time. Nobody don't talk about them things except Mr. Johnson. Because minerals are the lion's share of essential nutrients for the human body. It are not maybe, but if no answer about that is 2/3. That's 66%. And some of us not even taking a point fraction of that. But we're going to blame other people. And they're telling you cholesterol is bad. Really? So I'm going to ask you guys to go do your own work. Google and see when statin drugs came into play. Check, because you can find it. All these things are exposed to people. They are declassified now. They can't hide everything. And if you can't find it, call me. I will send you a link. And all these things will show you that there is definitely a correlation, stress plus causation, with reference to these things when they come into play. So let me ask ourselves a question here now. All the drugs that causes death, so much death, that the FDA have to pull it off the shelf, who would have approved it before? All you process that. Because it has some people that no matter what they say, well, they say I should take cholesterol. They say? But hold on, but what are you saying? What culpability or responsibility do you hold? What are you saying? And you're quick to tell me, well, they say. Well, they say what? They say I have to take a shot, but wait, hold on. So if they tell you go on top of a rooftop and lean quite over and defy the law of physics, you go do that, right? Because you see, if you go on the rooftop and you lean over too far, here's what's going to happen, real quick. Here's what's going to happen. The law of physics will show you how inept you are, because sudden stop will be very dangerous. Let me check my WhatsApp here and see some of my brothers and sisters who sending some love in the house to me. My boy, Andrew Devines, man. Thank you, my brother. Andrew in New Jersey, love in the house to you, my brother. That's a deep brother, knowing for close to like 30-something years now, my brethren. And Mr. Total Package, what's going on, my brother? Love in the house to you. This is Agonian who down here. Mr. Total Package, bad enough. Good morning to you, my brother. And Allison, good morning to you, dear. How are you, my darling? Hope all is well. Allison, you need to check me, you know. What happened to you? You're behaving shy, you know, Allison. You're behaving like Charlotte. You're hiding behind curtains and your silhouette. All I've seen is your silhouette. Allison, you got to give me a call sometime, man. Hope all is well, man. You get better already, and calling your brother. I shouldn't just say that because just keep in touch. Love in the house, though. And Seema, good morning to you, Seema. Blessed morning, Seema. Love in the house to you and your lovely husband, Rennie. Blessed morning. As I always tell you, Seema, pretty like button. Boy. Love in the house. Yeah. Yes, I got a nice message here. I'm not going to call. Oh, Lord. Aye. Doctor, I ain't going to call your name. Everybody going to know who you are. Blessed morning to you. It's one of my clients. I'm going to say that. Ronnie, my brother Ron from Bagel, good morning to you, bro. I thank you guys for tuning on and giving me that support and your continued belief in me. That's a beautiful thing, all right? So we'll continue to do what we need to do, man. Ronnie, love in the house to you, man. That's my brethren, man. My brethren for life. Love in the house. And my cousin, my nephew, Dan Dada. Blessed, man. Blessed love, Dan Dada. Malik, why go on, brethren? A.K.A. Dan Dada. Love in the house. And Frame, I send out love for you already, man. Well, you just locked on. What's senior on, boy? I send out love for you, but I go send it again, man. Keep on in, Frame, my boy. Love in the house. We talked yesterday, though. We met on the Sea Bridge yesterday. We had a nice conversation. So, Frame, man, good luck to you, man, in everything that you do. You're ambitious, brother, man. Keep doing what you got to do. All right? Love in the house. And don't be afraid, you know. Many of us are afraid of failure. Let me tell you something. If failure is an intricate part of success, failure is an intricate part of growth. If that failure comes with embarrassment, dig yourself and figure out what you need to do. You dig yourself and figure out what you need to do and stop blaming people. Because I always say this, who is the common denominator between you and all your problems? Who is the common denominator between you and the people you're having problems with? Who is the common denominator between you and your in-laws? Whatever it is, you. Fix you. Because if you are allowing low energy people, if you are giving access to low energy people, who problem is that? And then you're complaining? Look, folks, all you wake up, please. Okay? Wake up. We need to do better than that. Let me go on. So here we are, not understanding the importance of essential nutrients, and because of that, we suffer in our own humanity. We do, and our own mortality get trashed, and we don't even realize that you can get better with essential nutrients. I have never seen anywhere on the face of this earth where as good as an engineer is, or a construction manager, or whatever you want to call it, Frame is one of them. Kid O'Neill, he owns his own construction company as an ex-soldier. I never see anywhere on the face of this planet where you could mix concrete without cement. You could pray as much as you want. You could work as much obe as you want. You could invoke as much voodoo as you want. And nothing is wrong. Let me left that part there alone because there's some people ready to trash me if I say that. But let me just say this. You could pray as much as you want. You could invoke as much positive vibes and energy as you want. Your concrete is not going to mix without cement. It's one of the important ingredients that will hold it together. Talk done. So if you think your biochemistry can operate without essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 or 3 essential fatty acids, you lack a dangerous viewpoint of knowledge. And this is why we're sick. And then you put those same things into medication. Let me tell you something one time. if okay, if you go to one of our fraternities and they take your blood pressure and they say your blood pressure is high. Now, mind you, they call blood pressure a silent killer. And I'm going to tell you guys why they will call it a silent killer. Because it prime you for drugs and it put the fear guard in you. Especially when they link it to genetics. Blood pressure is not linked to genetics. It are not genes that code for blood pressure with genetics. None. But you see, I know this. There's no code for that. The body has code for enzyme. The body has code for essential nutrients. The body has code for minerals. That's why we need to fulfill those things before they are depleted. If a woman has polycystic ovarian syndrome or fibroids, you're dangerous to lack D3. You're dangerous to lack MK7 and K2. But here, well, let me go on. So here is the deal now. Let me be real for a little bit here. Let me be real. You go and you take your blood pressure and they tell you it's high. Mind you, there wasn't any symptom. You just went there, general thing, and you do a checkup, and they freak out on you. Oh, your blood pressure high, you have to sit here. No, we have to keep you out of my, back up a little bit. Your blood pressure will fluctuate. It will. Just like sugar will go up and go down. It's how long the sugar stay up, your insulin, it's how long it stays up there that will cause microscopic damage is the problem. Right? So your blood pressure will fluctuate. When they tell you that, here, what you quietly ask them, can you take my blood pressure 3 times? I guarantee you, the third time your blood pressure will read perfect. Guarantee. Don't be taking my blood pressure once. I might come in there with anxiety. I might have just come. You don't know what I eat for the morning. You just test my blood pressure once and tell him you want to put me on medication. Did I smell something that tastes like chicken but it is fish? I'm gonna leave that right there. Take your blood pressure 3 times always. Always. Take it 1, count till 12, write the numbers down. Take it again, count till 12, write the numbers down. And each time you do that, take a few breaths in between. I guarantee you a third, especially the bottom number that is so skyrocketing will read properly. Guarantee you it. If that's not the case, then you will have something called arterial peripheral disease, which is like those capillaries, those eeny thing capillaries in the kidney, they're not working as they are to. And mind you, without the presence of salt, your kidney not function good. They cannot work. The pumps work by sodium. The very thing they ask only to stay away from. The pumps in the kidneys operate by sodium. What is sodium? A mineral. We need to see for ourselves. When we put, I am not telling you our doctor ain't doing no good jobs in our title or that. They went in there with the noblest of intention, especially surgeons. Let me just preface this, because I'm not knocking doctor. I am opening your eyes to reality. I always say a surgeon is next to God. I always say that. When it comes to allopathic reductionistic medicine, acute trauma, that's the wheelhouse. They will bring you back like that. Bring you back. You go in there half dead, gunshot, accident, they're bleeding, and poor nurses and doctors running up and down. I'm telling you, chances are 98% dead, you're coming right back. They're good like that. And I would repeat that again. They're very good because they can see what's going on. And their very teaching tells you, if it cannot be seen, it cannot be cured. It can only manage. That means what they are saying in essence is that your biochemistry is broken and it cannot be fixed. It only can be managed. That's how they practices their medicine, because the symptoms has always been treated as if that is the disease. So when it comes to chronic disease, Mr. Johnson will tell you that fraternity, wrong dog for the hunt. You can't go and hunt Guti and Tattoo with poodle. Ain't gonna work. You catch nothing and your poodle coming back with a heart attack. And then they call themselves alternative. A fraternity that is 112 years old becomes the best. And we, who practice with Bush and understand that even in Genesis that it says the herbs of the field is good for the healing of man, we practice that, we become alternative. That is like saying every dog, let's say every German Shepherd is an original and proper dog, to them, and all the rest are alternative dogs. Basically, that way it come down to. The only proper dog is a German Shepherd. All the rest are alternatives. All right. Good morning, Angie. Hope you're listening. Hope all is well, Angie. Grand uprising to you. And let me send some love, man. Big brother Wade, what going on, my brother? Big brother Wade, a.k.a. Tun Tun. How you going, my brother? Loving the house to you, man. Loving the house. Loving the house. Always. Thanks, man. Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. You know, people like you always so real and you keep it real and that kind of stuff, man. You're a good one, man. Loving the house, my bro. Good morning, Brenda. Loving the house to you. Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. Cheryl Bishops, good morning to you, my dear. Miss Cheryl Bishop. And Dawn, Grand Uprising. I hope you received my link. That link's supposed to be there to you. And even if you didn't get it through the program, I can send it after. But good morning, Michelle Bishop, Miss Bishops, and Dawn. Dawn, I think you're going back today sometime to the UK. Loving the house always. All right, so let me just go back and see if I can get a few things before I wrap up. And again, I was asking a lady who came into the office about the phone calls. She says, to be honest with you, I'd rather sit and listen to you and call you after. All right, that's cool too. But I would like a lot of people who would have gotten the desired results, you know, to call in and let other people know how that works and stuff like that. But let me just say this again. When you are taking botanical herbs for chronic diseases, we don't deal with pathologies only. We deal with physiologies, which means there is a precipitation. We go to the root cause. We don't treat disease as if the disease is a check engine light. Your check engine light is never your problem. Your check engine light is an indication of your problem. And that is everything in the human body is an expression and a precipitation of something else that's going on. A lot of times, that is the cells, 100%. That is why the body has to be cleansed from a cellular level, and it has to be optimized, structure and function from a cellular level. There are no such thing as fractionated nutrition. Just understand this, and this is where we get lost. Let me just put it this way to you. Even yesterday, another lady by the name of Miss Lovely Brenda came into my office. I'm going to tell you this right now. There are people who was sent to a specialist. That specialist sent them to another person. So, me for know what specialist you be. I say this unapologetically to show people, and this, the reason I'm saying this, I preface everything I say. The reason I'm telling you this is that if your motor vehicle has a problem with your transmission, a man could unbolt your transmission and send it to a transmission specialist. He don't even have to know what car this is. The moment he see that transmission, he know what he needs to do. He mash it up, he fix it, he send it back to you. He ain't even calling you asking if that working good, because he know what's up. The same doesn't apply to the human body, so don't tell me nothing about no specialist. Every disease in the human body comes from the same place. Specialists? How? You guys take it as an insult. No, let me be real here. It comes from the same place. And then if you're such a specialist, why are you sending them to somebody else? And that somebody else is another specialist who send you to somebody else. You go straight right back to the original practitioner who you started the stuff with. Because in most cases, they don't know. You want me to preface that? I have a PDF. Acronym, Physician Dust Reference. I have one. And every single drug in there, the disclaimer is, what is the molecular effect of these and how does it work? We don't know. How does this work? We don't know. How does metformin work? How does Zocoi work? We don't know. That should tell you right there what the problem is. So when you go to a specialist and other doctors, and your problem is a deficiency of nutrients, right there lies your problem. Because not only that they cannot help you in that regards, they don't know. So you got to come to people like me who put in the work to study and do researches and have peer-reviewed papers. Who can help you. People who perish by the lack of knowledge and can help you, because many of you truly believe that all your problem isn't nutritional. That is what plenty of you guys believe. And I wish you can eradicate such belief system. Stop being so myopic and do what you need to do. I went to see a lady very recently who has some cancer and whatever. And when I went there was a pastor there. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But let me just tell you something. You could have 192,000 pastor going there without everything else put together, the proper nutrients, eating properly and exercises. Your pastors are them wasting time. Let me be real with that. But they don't like to hear these things. But this is how Mr. Johnson talk. Me and Butcher say nothing. Where do we get to the point in this world where when you say the truth, somebody who believes in the truth will tell you, you got to be careful what you say. We live in such a duplicitous country, and this is why we suffer. Well, a duplicitous world. And let me remind all you, for those of you who are Christian, who believe in Jesus, that's why they kill him. They kill him because he talk the truth. Let that marinate. We need to do better in terms of the things we put into our biochemistry. We need to stop eating food that come out of boxes that oxidizes our biochemistry, our cells, and our veins. And let me show you something. Many of us believe that the heart pumps blood throughout your body. Your heart is responsible for keeping you alive and it pumps blood. But let me show you something. The capillaries. Do you know what a snake does? A snake don't have no hands. Right? Snake don't have no hands. A snake will constrict its prey, pelt a bite if it's poisonous, and then it will constrict it. Then it will find a way to swallow it. You see that movement that the snake makes? That is called vasomotor. That's exactly what your capillaries does. So the heart can only pump the blood to a particular point throughout the body because we have over 64,000 miles of blood, capillaries of bloodstream running through our blood. Or if you tie them all together, they come out to 64,000 miles, thereabout. That's 1.5 times around the world. So their job is to vasomotor. They pull this blood in. That's why some people still get cramps all over their body. Their feet cramp up because there's no vasomotor. Too much insulin in the body. There is no vasomotor, so cramp like that. Right, so here's the deal. When that doesn't, the reason that operates in the way it does is it can only do that through proper optimization of essential nutrients, which the lion's share of those nutrients are minerals. I was saying before I may get a call, a man might call me and say, you have anything for prostate? Yeah, I do. I have plenty of things for prostate. Well, can I get? No, I don't do that. Nah. Me ain't about money. You said go wrong and bad mount maybe. The man get some products that don't work. Hey, it's not what that they ain't working. You are working. You are working. Just like a lot of people would say, you only live once. So how to enjoy your life. I live every day and I'm grateful for it. So if you only live once, kudos to you, bro. I live every day and I'm grateful for that. So I don't do fractionated nutrition. I need a consultation because everything is a precipitation. It comes from the nucleus of the cell. The cell always the problem here. Too much inflammation and mucus, you got to clean that out. And for those of you who take the jab, you got to clean your body out. Nanokinase and a whole bunch of other things. You got to clean because that spike protein ain't turning off, period. And many of you are afraid to talk about it because you're embarrassed. You shouldn't be embarrassed. You're healthy. Nobody should be embarrassed about illness. Come and bring it to the light and see what we can do. Right? At the end of the day, we all need each other to be each other. Without each other, we're not each other. We got to do that. Come together and do what we need to do as a people and help one another. We just can't do it just so. We cannot do it just so. Good morning, Cindy. Cindy, good morning to you. I hope I've seen all of this weekend. You and your husband. Don't let me have to pour you on blast, eh? My people, man, my people. Cindy, girlfriend, I love you and yours, man. All you are nice people. Yeah, so again, let me just say this before my time on the air is almost through. And I just want to leave you guys with a few things. Just understand it. Essential nutrients is important to your body. Is the reason you eat. If I ask people the reason they eat, most people doesn't know. If I ask people the reason they exercise, most people don't know the reason they exercise. If I ask people the reason that they do certain movements in the gym for exercising, most people does not know the reason they do certain exercises. It's the same thing when it comes to essential nutrients. We just don't understand. And the reason we eat is because we need these essential nutrients in our body. We need them. Again, let me just say this again. If you look through our bloodstream right now, you will see hundreds of vitamins in our bloodstream. Hundreds from the foods that we eat. And that's how we survive. For some of us, there is a depletion of a whole bunch of essential nutrients. And it's the reason why the cell expresses itself in such a way why we sick, right? Just know that. It's not the body, it's what the body becomes. Once you have proper methylation, which is what you inherit from parents, not the genes, as I was saying before. It's not coded. Blood pressure ain't coded for no genes. Diabetes ain't coded for no genes. It's a methylation problem. MTHFR, methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase, or COMT, and a whole bunch, which is catechol or methyltransferase. A whole stuff. Those genes are broken, you're in trouble. Because if diabetes was a disease that is one where it's genetic, a twin that born from the same mother and father, one wouldn't develop diabetes and one would diabetes. So let's be careful with what all you're doing with all your biochemistry. So let me just say this one more time. I am willing to do a free consultation. I'm willing to help anyone that comes to me for this. You got to give it time because, again, these things you have to deal with cause. So you need time in order to get rid of all the stupidness that you have in your body, the 10, 15 years of medicine that you have in your body. Don't come by me and think you'll get better in 1 month. We got problems. We go fall out. Especially if you give me attitude. Don't give me attitude home by my office. All right. So just understand that I'm willing to offer this free consultation all the time. Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. And when I do this, I disseminate based on what you tell me, because the best doctor in the room is your own body, people. That's the whole beat. Tell me what you need. I'll put it together synergistically. My numbers are 736-3962. 736-3962 or 709-8450. Let me say that again. 709-8450. Caller, you're live. Make it quick. I'm nearly done. Go ahead. Caller, you're live.
Good morning, doctor. Good morning.
Good morning there.
Yes. I just want to say thank you for your information. And I said that you look beautiful in your white. When I turned on the screen and I saw white, I saw purity, and I know I will feel good today.
Thank you.
Your message will be right.
So
thank you for everything you do, everything you say, and I'm listening. And thank you for the show today.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, good morning, my dear. Bro's niece, good morning. How you doing, my dear? Rena, how are you, darling? Love in the house, honey. Blessed love. Blessed love to you, Rena. Lovely, lovely Rena. I see my cousin Kazo. I see you send me a voice note here. I'm not sure. Let me see. Kazo will. I'm gonna take the chance with Kazo because he might.
Yeah, Kazo, I'm already listening to your boy. She excited, boy. Yeah, but fast, soup, right?
Yeah, Kazo, I most definitely will. So 709-8450, my phone numbers. A free consultation awaits you. Come here. In this life, we all need each other to be each other. Without each other, we are not each other. Am I my brothers and sisters keeper? Sure we are. Until next time, aka RJ, Megan.
Is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on The Street 919 FM.
Touch yourself. Points get done, data get done, minutes get done, speed get done. Digital is the real number one. Switch on done, hurry up and come cause while you're waiting, everybody online speeding. Full bars to the top, yeah we leading. Digital have it luck and you need to switch it. Now is the right time to come in or sign up online. Digital is one of a kind. Make up your mind and make the switch today. For 30 days you don't even have to pay. Keep that same phone number, don't worry, we've got you. With Digicel, the vibes got on no way. But you have to switch today.
Switch to the bigger, better network. Digicel, better together.
TMF and HMB have joined forces to offer you greater mortgage, financing, and investment advantages under one roof. Welcome to TTMB, the new Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Call 625-8863 or visit ttmortgagebank.com to learn more. TTMB, the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Own your future.
Imagine winning $20,000 every month for 20 years. Well, for one lucky player in Tobago, that dream is now a reality because of NLCB's Win for Life. Our most recent top prize winner purchased their ticket at Das Lotto Center, Crown Point Plaza on March 4th, 2025. Get your ticket today for your chance to win for life because you deserve a win.
Have you heard? The HDC is having an amnesty period where they're inviting people without leases to visit the HDC to become regularized. There is nothing better than having a roof over your head and the comfort of knowing that you and your family are safe. The apartment will be in your name and you will be recognized as the HDC's authorized tenant with responsibility for the payment and upkeep of your own home. If you have been occupying an HDC unit without legal consent from the HDC, you are required to become regularized. Please visit hdc.gov.tt/forms, click on the Rental Regularization Transfer form, and fill in the required information. If you know someone who may be occupying a unit without approval, encourage them to utilize this option. It is one of the best ways to legitimize your living arrangements and peacefully occupy a unit. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
Port of Spain, Point Fortin. It's your turn to laugh like never before. Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring comedy star Damian Melville in concert with added drama, including Damian Melville as Dr. Rowley.